guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you 5 tips to find your style in 2025. Let's get into it. So I'm not necessarily a fashion expert, but I definitely have a heart for fashion. Was named best dressed in middle school and high school. Not to brag, but I just love fashion. And I love helping people find their own style and what makes them feel the most confident. And so over the last year, I did this process with my mom and it completely revolutionized her wardrobe, her closet, and she gets compliments all the time now because she's a cutie and we love her. But also she just really found a style that works for her and helps emulate what she wants to emulate. So we are going to get into 5 simple things you can do to help you feel your best, look your best with the clothes that you wear. So tip number 1 that I have for you is to pick 3 words that you want your style to encompass, that you want your style, your clothes to emulate, right? So for example, for my mom, we picked 3 words. We picked classic, coastal, chic. So for example, when we go out and go shopping, she'll look at a piece of clothing and think, does this piece of clothing fall under my 3 categories? And if yes, it's a win, and if no, then we kind of think about it for a second. Is it really a need to add to the closet? So one way we found out the 3 words is we spent time on Pinterest helping look at inspiration, what really worked for her, what stuck out to her just instinctively, like what were her natural tastes, what were things she naturally pinned and naturally was drawn to. So I allowed her to pin all the things, and then eventually we kind of saw cohesiveness coming through. We kind of saw a pattern and we were like, okay, we're seeing a lot of, linens and light colors and whites and creams and grays and stripes. And I was like, what does this remind you of? And she was kind of like, Newport, like mom style? And I'm like, yes. What are general words we can use to, categorize that? And so she came up with classic, coastal, and chic. And we live in SoCal, so it fits perfectly. But now she always goes back to those 3 words when picking out pieces for her closet, and it's been a game changer. Not only that, but when you find pieces that all go together or fall under a general category, you are going to be able to build more outfits with your pieces because they all go together. Not saying they all have to necessarily match, but I'm saying sometimes we think we need more in order to create more, when that's not necessarily the case. You could have, it's called a capsule wardrobe, where there is a less amount of clothes, but you can layer a bunch of different pieces together because they all have the ability to work together to build on top of each other. That's the idea when I refer back to those 3 words. It's really just to help you get direction and to find more clarity on what it is you want your closet to emulate. My next tip for you is actually doing something called a closet clean out, which you're like, duh, have done this many times before, but I would encourage you to do it again. If you're in your 20s like me, you're constantly finding things you used to own in like your college days, your high school days, and you're like, this is not who I am anymore. That does not represent my style or really where I'm at in this stage of life. And so you're needing a bit of a change, or perhaps you're older and you're like, you know what, a lot of these pieces I don't wear anymore, and a lot of them don't feel like they represent me wholeheartedly. So I always suggest a good closet clean out for a fresh start. So what I would recommend is that if you do the first step and pick 3 words, you can go into your closet with more clarity of what it is you want to keep versus things you want to give away, get rid of, etc. So I would, 1, get rid of stuff that you haven't picked out in like the last 6 months. If you haven't picked out that piece of clothing, but you're just kind of making excuses for it of like, oh, one day I'll use it, we both know you won't. I do the same thing. It could be a cute shirt, but if you haven't picked out that shirt, or there's something that doesn't fit quite right about it, that means you're never gonna pick it out. It is not something you feel comfortable wearing, not something you're drawn to, and it's okay to let it go. Unless, for example, you live somewhere where it's seasonal and you need to keep winter coats and things for a later time. I get that. This is kind of just for everyday pieces. The second thing is I want you to pick out and take away things that don't fit necessarily right. So you might have picked it out and were like, this is a cute one, I'm gonna keep it. But every time you put it on, you're like, this doesn't feel the best, it's not the comfiest, it doesn't sit right on my hips, or these jeans are too big or too tight. Like, there's something preventing you from wearing it out, even though it is a cute piece. Get rid of it. It's not staying. You're not going to use it. Give it away. Give it to someone who will actually wear it. I promise you, you'll be fine. You'll find something similar that fits you that you'll actually wear, I swear. So step number 2 kind of bleeds into step number 3. And what step number 3 is I want you to make a note of what is missing. Do you have like 5-6 shirts that you wear regularly, and 1 pair of jeans, and like 2 pairs of pants? Do you only have like 1 jacket that you feel comfortable wearing? Like, take note of what it is in your closet that you feel like is missing. What are you short on? For example, my mom, when we were doing her closet clean out, she was like, I don't have any just plain white t-shirts, or t-shirts that are plain like this one that I can really layer and have as a basic option to build on top of, right? So that was an example. She was also like, I don't have any flats that I feel like are neutral toned that I could really pair with something. I don't have cute mom jeans that I could just throw on for a casual day. We made a note of items in her closet that were quote unquote missing, and pieces she knew she would use almost all the time if she actually had it in her closet. So I would encourage you to go into your closet, look at what you have, what you don't have. Maybe you have a lot of extravagant pieces, statement pieces, but you're really lacking in the whole basic department. Hey, I love basic things because 1, you can layer them, you can use them for everything, and they are what I call timeless pieces, where a white plain t-shirt and blue jeans are never going to go out of style. It's just simple and classic for a reason. Don't feel like they're not worth your money, because I promise you will wear them more than you think you're going to wear them. So step number 3, really just take inventory of what it is in your closet that is missing. Perhaps you could use a couple more jackets. So one that's for functional everyday use to just throw on top, and one that maybe you can wear on top of a dress, with a fancier outfit if you're going out to dinner, things like that. Like, just take inventory. What do I have a lot of? What don't I have any of? And how could I better fill the spaces in my closet more intentionally and in a way where they could all work together? Now, my tip number 4 is to pay attention to your accessories. I know I've talked about it time and time again, but 2025 is really the year where I'm trying to master accessories, and I am right there with you. For the longest time, I didn't really put enough emphasis on accessories. Like, I always thought, you know, my shirt, my pants, my dress, whatever is the make or break it moment of the outfit, which for some people it is, and I love that for you. But as I am getting older and kind of studying fashion a bit more just in my free time, I'm realizing every time I see a cute girl's outfit, I'm like, it is cute partially because that hat goes so well with those shoes, that purse is a pop of color from the outfit itself, that watch is super different. Like, there's always something that is just a little cherry on top that makes the outfit all come together and look like a look. Not just an outfit, it is a look, it is intentional, it is purposeful, and often enough I find that to be accessories. So while you're cleaning out your closet, thinking of what you could add more to, I would highly recommend you think about adding everyday hats. Or I've been in my scarf era, so maybe adding a couple scarves in there. Paying attention to your shoes and how they go with your outfit, whether that be for work, for everyday use, casual wear, fancy wear, whatever. What do you have? What do you gravitate towards? And do you feel good when you're in them, you know? Tip number 5 that I have for you is a lifesaver, because oftentimes we leave the house in an outfit we don't feel the best in because we felt stressed trying to put one together. Like, I know that's happened to me, of like, I am wearing this pair of pants, no top seems to go with it at the time. I don't know what shoes pair with it, and I'm 10 minutes late already. Everybody's in a frenzy. And then I walk out the door and I'm like, this outfit sucks. I don't feel great. And then the day is ruined. Not to be dramatic, but that is how it feels sometimes when you don't really know how to pair certain things together. So what I would recommend, and what I did with my mom, is as we were cleaning out her closet, getting new items that really fit into it and enhance the overall capability of the closet, we took pictures. So we spent time putting together outfits. I would take out a shirt, take out a pair of pants, pair it with a pair of shoes, ask my mom, what do you think? Do you think you would wear this? Is this useful? Would you gravitate towards this in your everyday life? And more often than not, the answer was yes. And if it was yes, We took a picture, we made a little camera roll album in her phone so that whenever she was maybe in a rush or didn't have time to think about what she was going to wear, she could always refer back to that picture, refer back to that photo album, and see all of the pre-selected outfits we had put together. Yes, that does mean you would have to spend one day or, I don't know, a good chunk of time putting together outfits and kind of mentally strategizing for different events, different social things, work, whatever, what you were going to wear. But you would thank yourself, I promise, when that social thing, when that event actually came around, because you already had like all these ideas that you had pre-selected on your phone, pre-thought about. So I used to do that for school. I was that girl that would spend Sunday night picking out every single day's outfits from Monday through Friday because it gave me joy. But two, I just hate the feeling of being rushed. I hate the feeling of walking out an outfit I don't feel good in, and so this tip really solved both issues. Alright, a little recap of the 5 tips I talked about for elevating and finding your style in 2025. Step number 1, you're going to pick 3 words that you want your closet to emulate. Step 2, you're going to do a closet clean out. So you're going to get rid of, give away anything that you haven't picked out in the last 6 months, anything that doesn't fit quite right, and third, anything that doesn't fall under the category of those 3 words we discussed. Number 3, you're going to take inventory of your closet. What is it that you have a lot of? What is it that you don't have any of? You're going to find what's missing and you're going to go out and get some to fill your closet in a purposeful, intentional way. 4, you're going to pay attention to accessories. So not only are you picking out statement pieces in clothes, but you're also picking out some basics and paying attention to the accessories that would really help elevate the overall look of an outfit. And step number 5, you are going to spend some intentional time picking out your outfits and taking pictures of them. So you're going to use that brain power, strategize what you would wear if any event were to come up, take a picture of it and save it in a photo album. That way you can have it for reference once the time comes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful if you're looking to elevate your style, find your style, make it better, make it more you. Don't forget to check out my other vlogs if you want to join me on some coffee time, shopping, all the things. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye!